Hi, guys. I'm excited to be having class again, and I'm excited that the person that I usually give class to here is feeling better to where they can take class. So I just wanted to say, welcome back. And now we'll go ahead and I'll do the spiel and all that good stuff. So, okay. Hi, everyone. Thank you for tuning in today. My name's Shannon. I have a 35 to 40-minute class today for beginners. It's specifically for people who are coming back to a class after maybe an illness, an injury, or surgery. Of course, if you're coming back to class after surgery or an injury, please make sure you have doctor's clearance first. Very important. Having said that, let me go into my tiny Dharma talk and then we'll get started. Um, Illness, injury, and things like that give us a chance to practice Brahmacharya, which is a tenet of yoga, and basically it means temperance. You know, your body has an innate intelligence that the mind lacks, and it communicates to you through things like injuries and illnesses, things that kind of take you back, communicates through feeling fatigue, through pain, communicates through things that the mind does not understand and gets frustrated with. So, in that vein, I encourage you to, as you go through the practice today, practice a little temperance in the practice. If your body's telling you that, hey, this is too much, please back off. You're respecting your body and its ability to heal. It's always working behind the scenes when your mind's not even aware of it to take care of you. So I just encourage you to keep that in mind as we go through the practice today. It's an invitation to be very present in the moment, in where you are, and to realize that where you are right now is transient. It will pass and it will change in a positive way. So let me scoot back and we'll get started. You can just find a comfortable seat here, whatever that looks like for you. And just begin to settle in. You can just kind of close your eyes and start to have long inhales and long inhales. Just really settling into the body and the moment. And if you'd like, you can take this moment to set an intention for your practice today. Maybe something positive you can bring forward into the rest of your day. Something you can bring your mind back to in case it begins to wander off. On your next inhale, go ahead and float the eyes open. Reach the arms out to the sides and then inhale them all the way up overhead, gathering energy for your practice today. Exhale, draw the hands down to heart center and prayer and close your eyes one more time. Bring the thoughts back to the intention you set for your practice today. And on an inhale, open your eyes and just raise your intention up to the ether, the heavens, whatever speaks to you. Bring it into fruition and just bring the hands down to the sides. Leave the fingers engaged. Inhale tall. And exhale, right ear over towards right shoulder. Just gentle stretch for the neck. And if you'd like, if it feels good for you, you can just gently roll forward and back. And continue to breathe. On an inhale, bring the neck back to center, tall through the crown of the head. And exhale, ear over to the left side. You can kind of gaze up towards the right. Taking a gaze to the opposite side helps to stimulate the vagus nerve, which sounds silly, but it helps you with relaxation. And if you'd like, you can roll forward and back just a little. One more inhale and exhale. Bring head back to center. Now reach the right arm overhead and exhale over towards the left, reaching out with the left hand, keeping the arm engaged, reaching long. And if you'd like, you can always drop the elbow here. If you're getting enough of a stretch like this, just stay there. Whatever you pick, just breathe. You're just extending through the entire right side of the body, getting a nice stretch into the intercostal muscles. One more inhale. And exhale, come back through center. Reach the right arm to the side. Reach up overhead with the left. Inhale. Exhale, extending the left arm to the side, reaching over with the left. Long inhales and exhales here. If you find any points of tension, just imagine inhaling to that point and exhaling, giving it permission to let go. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale, come back to center. Now we're just going to reach across with the right arm over the left knee. Inhale tall. Exhale, bring the chest down towards the left knee. Leaving the arms engaged in front of you. Just breathe. And on an inhale, roll back up to center. Reach back across with the right hand. Reach over with the left. Inhale tall. And exhale, just bring the chest down towards the knee just as much as you can. On an inhale, roll back up to center. Take the arms back out to the sides. Reach behind you. We're going to clasp the hands together like this. Clasp them behind you. Roll the shoulders back, just presenting the heart center and chest forward and gaze up. I'm going to press up with the hands behind you to get a better stretch. And of course, don't force it here. There's no competition. Just listening to the sensations of the body and acting accordingly. Take one more inhale. And exhale, let the arms go. Just shake it out. Reach forward with the hands. Inhale tall. And exhale, crawl forward just as far as feels good for you. And you can bring the elbows down and let the head hang. Take one more inhale and exhale. Just roll all the way back up to center and we'll come over to the side for cat-cow. So come over onto your hands and knees. Shoulders over the wrists, hip over the knees. On an inhale, drop the stomach down towards the floor and gaze up. And exhale, cat stretch. Inhale and exhale. And of course, make this your own. Take intuitive movements if you'd like. You can always shake out the hips and shoulders and go at your own pace. Wherever you are, take one more inhale and exhale. And we'll meet back in center in a neutral spine. On your next inhale, just lift the right leg up behind you. Just the right leg up, gaze in front. Just going to hold it here for a moment. Just keep breathing. And then cross it over the left foot, tuck it down and press back with the hands. Get a nice calf stretch. On an inhale, shift the weight back forward, lift the foot up and bring it back down beside the other knee. Inhale the left foot up behind you and just hold it in the balance. Take one more inhale and exhale. Now cross the left foot over the right, tuck the toe down, use the hands, press the weight back, calf stretch. One more breath and shift the weight back forward over the hands. Pick up the foot and float it back down beside the knee. Let's take one child's pose. I'm going to take the legs out wide. Just take butt back towards the heels. Reach long in front of you and bring your forehead down to the mat. You can leave your arms engaged if you'd like to get a little more into the shoulders. And if you don't want to do that, just drop the hands down to the mat. If you have dropped your hands or arms down to the mat, you can re-engage the arms. We're going to walk them over to the left side of the mat. So just walk both hands over. And again, you can leave the arms engaged if you'd like, or you can just drop both arms down. It's up to you how much of a stretch you want today. On an inhale, walk the arms back to center, and exhale, walk the arms over to the right side. One more breath here. And walk the hands back to center. Shift back up into your tabletop position. Going to thread the needle. So on an inhale, reach to the side with your right arm. Exhale, bring it underneath the left arm, bringing the left elbow down and bringing the right ear down to the mat. Get a nice stretch in the shoulder. And again, you have choices here. You can leave the left arm down or you can reach forward if you want more of a stretch. Take one more breath here. And exhale, just let it go. And drop left elbow down. Use your hand to press yourself back up. Unthread the needle. Bring the right arm to the side and bring it back down to the mat. Inhale, left arm out to the side. Exhale, thread it underneath the right arm. Bring the elbow down to the mat. Bringing the left ear down to the mat. And again, you can reach forward with the right hand if you need a bigger stretch here. One more breath. And exhale, you can drop the right elbow down, press yourself back up, bring the hand to the side and bring it back down to the mat. Go ahead and come into down dog. So tuck the toes behind you, shift the weight up, bring the hips to the back of the mat, drawing the shoulders down the back, trying to draw the heels down to the mat. Keep a nice bend in the legs if you'd like. Let's pedal the feet out.
Just getting movement into the legs. Doesn't matter how fast we go. Now inhale up on the tiptoes and exhale. Try to bring the heels down just as much as they want to go today. And wherever that is perfectly fine. On an inhale, look forward in between your hands. Take your right foot, bring it forward, step in between your hands, drop the left knee down to the mat. Untuck your toes and stay here for just a moment, really feeling how this feels in the hips and low back. When you feel good, you bring your hands up to the right knee. And if you want to just stay here today, that's fine. If you feel good, you can come up with the arms, drawing the shoulders down the back, reaching up. And just breathe. One more inhale and exhale. Float the arms down to the sides if they're overhead. If you kept them here, that's fine. Just reach down, come down to the mat with the left hand planted. Reach up with the right arm to the sky in a nice rotation. One more inhale and exhale. Right hand down to the floor beside your foot. Now take your foot, bring it back into tabletop position. Tuck the toes, shift back into your down dog. Take one breath here. Inhale and exhale. Look forward in between your hands. Step the left foot forward in between your hands, dropping right knee down. Untuck your toes. Make sure you feel good here. And then come up, bring your hands to the left knee. And when that feels good, you can reach up overhead. Taking long, even breaths here. One more inhale and exhale. Float both hands down to frame the left foot, tucking the right hand down and reaching up with the left. Gaze is up. One more inhale and exhale. Hand back down to frame the foot. Bring the foot back behind. Let's go ahead and take a cat-cow here to really reset. Just inhale, stomach down. Exhale up. We're going to go through that flow one more time. Tuck the toes. Shoot hips back to the back of the mat. So gaze forward in between your hands. Step forward with the right foot. Drop the left knee. Be mindful here of how you feel. You can come up, frame the knee. And bring up with the arms when you're ready. If you're ready, maybe today's not the day. That's fine too. Inhale and exhale. Bring both hands down to frame the right foot. Bring the left hand down, right hand up. One more big breath. Inhale. Exhale, right hand down beside the right foot. Bring the right foot back into tabletop position. Tuck the toes. Shoot hips back to the back of the mat. Look forward in between your hands. Step forward with left foot. Drop the right knee down. Untuck the toes. Make sure you feel good here. When you do, you can come up to the knee. Just notice how it feels in the hips. And if it feels good for you, you can reach up.
One more inhale. Exhale, float hands down to frame the foot. Bring right hand to the floor and left hand up to the sky. And know wherever you are today is exactly where you need to be. Inhale, exhale, bring hand down to frame the foot. Bring the foot back. And let's go back into another cat-cow. So inhale, stomach down, gaze up. Exhale. Come back to a neutral spine. Shift the butt back to the heels. Come back into a child's pose. And just taking this moment to let the work integrate into the body before moving on. On an inhale, come back up into your tabletop position. Tuck the toes, come back into down dog. Then look forward in between your hands, and you're just going to walk forward. Come to the front of the mat. Grab both elbows and hang in ragdoll. You can leave a bend in the knee. Doesn't matter how deep you go here. Just breathe. And drop the hands down towards the feet. Gently roll all the way back up, all the way to stand in Tadasana. Inhale, both arms up overhead, clasping the hands together in pointer fingers. Inhale, tall. Exhale, bend over to the left. Inhale, back through center. Exhale to the right. Just going to keep flowing like that on your inhales and exhales. And wherever you are, we'll meet back in center. Float the arms back down to the sides. Now just take your right foot. We're just going to step back into a lunge. So just step back. If you need to frame the left knee to get good and stable, that is fine. And if you'd like, you can reach up overhead. Make sure you're keeping the hips square facing the front of the mat. Making sure that the left knee is out over towards the pinky toe. Gaze is soft. One more inhale and exhale. Turn the right foot parallel with the back of the mat. You're opening up into warrior two. Gaze is out over the left fingertips. We won't be here for too long. Take an inhale, and on an exhale, flip the hand over, come back in peaceful warrior. Inhale, exhale, come back up into warrior two. You're going to shimmy the foot around, come back into your lunge. And then come all the way forward, back up to the front of the mat. Float the hands down to the sides. We'll go through that flow again on the opposite side. Inhale, arms up overhead, clasp the hands together. Exhale over to the right. Inhale through center. Exhale to the left. Just keep flowing on your inhales and exhales, going through mindful movement. Wherever you are, come back to center and float the hands down to the sides. Take your left foot, just step it straight back into a lunge. You can always hold the knee or above the knee. Make sure you're stable here. Make sure the hips are square facing forward. And when you feel good, just reach up overhead with the arms. And if you just want to stay here today, That's fine too. On an inhale and exhale, spin left foot parallel with the back of the mat. Just open up into warrior two. Gaze is out over the right fingertips. Now flip the right hand over, reach back with the left arm and come over in peaceful warrior. Gaze is up under the fingers. Inhale. Exhale back into warrior two. Shift the hips back forward and come back into your lunge. Inhale, exhale. Let's just step forward, meet back into Tadasana. Good job. Inhale, arms back overhead. Exhale, draw them down to heart center in prayer. Let's take a moment here. You can close your eyes. And on an inhale, think let. On the exhale, think go. Inhale, let. Open your mouth wide and just let it go. Let's try that one more time. Inhale, let. Breathing in all the new things in your life. And on an exhale, let go everything you don't need. Let it go. Now reach back up overhead with your prayer hands. And exhale, come forward into a forward fold. Halfway lift, gaze in front of you. Forward fold. Now just step back and you're going to drop the knees into your tabletop position. And once you're here, just cross the ankles, shift back with the butt, and come down to a seat. We'll come into a straddle position in the middle of the mat, and just as wide as you need to. If you have a hard time keeping your hips down, you can always put a pillow or a blanket underneath your butt. But just sit up tall, and we're going to crawl forward a little. And when I say crawl forward, you're not trying to collapse forward. That's not the point. You're just trying to extend through the back. I mean, just crawl a little. And when you start to feel the sensation in the hips and in the back, stay there. That's as far as you need to go. That is exactly as far as you need to go. This is going to look a bit different for everyone. Some people it looks like this, some people it looks like this, and sometimes you're just completely pancaked out. Wherever you are is where you are for your body, and it's perfect. Just breathe. And exhale. Crawl back up to center. Inhale, arms out to the sides. Exhale over to the left side, bringing the hand down towards the ankle, the foot, or the leg, and reach over with the right. Being mindful here not to collapse forward onto the leg. Just stretching the side one more time. One more inhale. And exhale, come back up. Now turn towards the leg a little. You're just rotating the torso and then come down towards the foot. Just as much as you can and breathe. And rise back up to center. Inhale, arms out to the sides. And bring the right hand to the sides. Exhale over towards the right side. Gaze is up. Just extending. Imagine the arm just reaching a long line all the way down the arm, all the way down the left side of the body. Come back up through center. Turn the torso towards the right leg. Inhale up and exhale down towards the foot just as much as you can.
take one more breath. And come all the way back up to center. Just bring the knees in. Hug the knees into center and drop them both over to the left side, bringing the right knee beside the left foot. Reach across to the left knee and gaze towards the left side of the mat. Trying to stay tall here. Don't collapse down. You're really just trying to extend through the body. One more inhale and exhale. Come back to center. Pick both knees back up to center. Inhale. Exhale. Drop them both over to the right side, bringing the left knee beside the right foot. Reaches over and gaze to the right side of the mat. One more breath. And exhale, bring everything back to center. Going to turn to the side of the mat. And just come all the way down to the mat, vertebrae by vertebrae. And once you're down there, take both knees and bring both arms out in a T to the sides and let both knees drop over to the left side. Gaze is out over the right shoulder. Really slowing down our practice, preparing for Savasana. And on an inhale, bring the knees back to center, head back to center. Exhale, both knees over to the right side. Gaze is over the left shoulder. And on an inhale, bring everything back to center one more time. Going to pick up both feet and bring them in for a reclined butterfly. So just bring the heels, grab the toes, bring the heels in towards the hips. Pressing the sacrum down into the floor below you. Back should be nice and straight. Just breathe. And release the feet. Bring the knees back up. Come into happy baby. Grab the sides of the legs, ankles, or the feet. And just roll back and forth like a happy baby. Come back to center. Bring the knees together. Reach up. Give your amazing body that takes care of you a big hug. And release into Shavasana. Just let it all go. Let your arms flop out to the sides. Let your feet flop out to the sides. Let any tension in the shoulders go. Let the jaw go slack. If you've got your tongue stuck to the top of your mouth because your teeth are gritted, let that go. And imagine yourself relaxing. Begin to relax from the top of your head, across the eyes, any tension in between your eyes, forehead, temples, tension in the neck. Just let it melt away into the ground below you. Any tension in the chest, arms and hands, stomach, hips. Just let it melt away into the floor below you. Any tension in the legs, knees, ankles, and feet. Just imagine it dissipating down below into the earth below you.
Feel how you are completely supported here by gravity. There's no effort at all. You're supported here by the earth and you're safe. On your next inhale, begin to bring awareness back to the body. Slowly deepen the breath, gently calling yourself back home. And begin to make some small movements with the fingers and toes, maybe some rotations with ankles and wrists. Reach out long for a big full body stretch and roll over to one side in the fetal position. And when you are ready, you can use your hand to press yourself back up. Take your time and just come back to your comfortable seat. And if you've opened your eyes, you can shut them one more time and do a scan of the body. Just notice how it feels now as opposed to how it felt at the beginning of practice today. And let's take one moment in silent meditation to practice metta, which is loving kindness. Send some intention out to ourselves and to our fellow man. May I be happy. May people throughout the earth be happy. May my body be healed and whole. May my fellow men all have bodies that are healed and whole. May I be safe and secure. May all people throughout the earth be safe and secure. And take this moment to thank yourself for coming to the mat today and doing something that is good for you. You can bring your hands to heart center in prayer and open your eyes. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. All right. Thank you so much for taking a little time out of your day and doing class with me. If you enjoyed it, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. I put out new videos every single week. It's a very easy way for you to support free yoga on YouTube. I appreciate your time and energy, and you guys take care out there. Thank you, Eric. I will see you guys soon.